Hi, my name is Jameson Baranek-Schniers, and this is my final for the TED Talk video. So I interviewed my mom, and I'm going to tell you about some of the topics we learned about in class and some thoughts she has about it, about like her culture and stuff. So for number one, I asked her about like her viewpoint on death, and she comes from a Christian household, and so do I as well. But we do have different beliefs on death, and it's just interesting to me. So she said that you're called to heaven, and your death is kind of already like on a schedule for God. And I don't really believe that. I just find it interesting, but I do believe that God has like a schedule for you, which she said. Like you're here for a certain reason, you're here for a singular purpose, and once you fulfill that purpose, your life has been fulfilled. So that's one thing that I can agree with on there. And then something that she doesn't really align with the Christian beliefs is that death isn't final, meaning like your spirit can live on and like you can be reincarnated and all this stuff. And I do believe in that because sometimes I feel like I have people watching over me telling me what's the right thing to do and to keep egging me on, pushing me on, which is something that I do believe in. So her kind of thoughts on death are a little different from mine. The one thing is that just she says is like death's pre-planned, which I don't know if I really agree with, but I do find it interesting. So, and then for her second one, I asked her about social media and how it impacts life. She says it's a great way to make new friends, be able to see each other, the world, like traveling, but and like show off creativity, which I totally agree with, as that is a really big upside to social media and something that really helps people find and bridge out their creativity side and put themselves aside from everybody else. But and then the one thing that like the downfall is the negativity and bullying that can happen on social media, which is something that happens a lot nowadays, and that really needs to calm down. And social media is not really a safe space anymore for people, and that's one thing that I feel I can agree with that needs to be changed. And it can cause depression and anxiety in some people, which she said, and I also agree, because people kind of stem that from social media, and I wish social media was kind of a more inclusive space for everybody. And so for number three, we have friendships. So she says that friendship is one of the most meaningful connections you can have in life. I agree with that for sure. I have not a lot of friends, but a good amount of friends, and they all are really close to me, and we're all really close, because I feel like having a smaller group of friends that you're really close with is much better than having a big group of just not being close with everybody else. And friends are like my family. Her friends are like family to her too. And I always consider my friends a part of my family because they mean so much to me, have pushed me through everything in my life, and I couldn't do this without them as well. So her views on friendship are the same as mine. We have the same thoughts on friendship, that friendship is family, and they are the one thing that can help you drive on and be the best you can be. So for her origin story, she was born in Saginaw and moved to Howell when she was around 12 after her parents divorced, which we still reside in, still live in this house. I've lived here for 15 years. I'm 18 years old right now. So her mother passed when she was 19 years old, and she had a rough relationship with her mother, and from the things I have heard about it, her sister also had problems and they didn't have a great relationship with her mother, and that's something that really hurt her when she was kind of growing up. And she had me 2 years later after her mother died. So it hurt her, but it helped her grow up really fast, which my mom is an amazing human being. She's someone that drives me to be the best I can be every day. And she says a lot of things that her mother did for her in the good have passed on to her, and she wants to put that on us because she believes that we also have traits of her and descendants of her, so she believes in us all the time. She kind of felt like a child until she had me, and then she realized that she had to grow up and become a parent, and of course that's a struggle when you're young, and it just really kind of helped me also connect with her with being younger. She gets me. I'm allowed to, like, I can have a space talking to her and all these things, and having that connection with my mother is something that is really amazing. She says about me that he made me think of what kind of parent and person I want to be, and having a child has made me a better person in all aspects of life. And I do agree with that because she had some rough troubles when she was younger, and I just I couldn't do it without her. I couldn't, and I don't want anybody else to be my mom. She's my mom. I love my mom. She's the best person in the world. She's really just someone that helps me with everything. She gives me such good advice, and she's gone through what I've gone through. So having someone by my side all the time telling me what I can do is something that's amazing, and I'm very grateful for that. And then our last topic is love. So she said that love was a hard concept for her. She didn't really understand it, and that's something I'm going through, so I can understand that. I know what love is. I just don't know if I know what it feels like or aspects of other differences in love, which I've talked about in my discussions post this semester, that love is kind of challenging, and it can be so many different things. And she said that, like, I've never felt love or had love until I had children. So, and she did not grow up in a loving home, and it's hard for her to find people to show her love to them. And I get that because she has always had to kind of keep her struggles in, and she still has to kind of do that now, but we're always here for her. We love our mom with everything that we have, me and my brother. She finds love being like a conditional thing. If you like do this thing for me, I'll love you kind of thing for it. I don't know if I really agree with that, but because I love my friends and family no matter what, and to me it's just, if we're close, I love you. It's as simple as that for me. So, and then lastly, she said, like, my children have motivated me to try and show them I love them every day, because I don't want them to grow up in a loveless home like she did. And I want them to know they're loved, and we feel that from my mom every single day. She's does everything for us, and she's the one person that drives this household and keeps the family together. And having the love from my mom is something that I couldn't do without her, and she makes me really want to be the best I can be, and I love it. It's something that just makes me feel warm, wanted, happy, and I know my mom loves me, and I love my mom very much. So knowing that even though she didn't grow up in a loving household, she still makes our household amazing and feel loved, which is awesome. And that was my interview with my mother. Thank you for watching, and have a good semester. Have a good summer. Bye.